This is one of our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bobcats. His name is Clyde. Is that Clyde? Yeah. He's fat. Really, he's not fat. He's got a lot of winter fur on there. Wildlife, adapt to their fur. They shed it off and they grow it again every single year, especially Tennessee and north, because we got kind of colder in East Tennessee. And you notice he's a perfect looking specimen of a bobcat. He has the short bobtail that we're going to get into later, and he has the speckled fur on the bottom. When they're babies, they have speckled fur all over, so they can hide more. And beautiful, he's not got really a lot of hair on his cuff ears. Some bobcats have more little hairs, and some have less, so he has less. Clyde was from Little Rock, so he was from Arkansas. And we drove across the country to get him. Sometimes we drive all the way to South Dakota to get wolves. So, we just drive and get them and bring them back, and they live forever at Basement Park. Okay, go. Okay. I usually, I read it because I can't memorize every program at all, but if I talk, just talk. Is that better? Is that better? Down more what? No, good. Good. They're very elusive and nocturnal. So what does that mean? You're not going to see them running around like a house cat all day long. They're in the night, and they hunt nighttime animals, and they go around in trees and run through the forest, so you don't hardly ever see them. So if you see a bobcat in the wild, count yourself really, really lucky. Although it's seldom seen, you can see them all the way through North America. They're the most abundant cat in North America. So they're all over the place. Lynxes are just right at the line with Canada. They come down a little bit, but bobcats are everywhere, often all over North America. And they're, wait a minute, no go. Let's see. So Mexico and all the way to Canada, we have bobcats. And they're a type of a lynx. So their real name is lynx. Okay, go. Bobcats have been documented in every state except, now I don't know why, Hawaii, Priya, I probably could answer the question. In Alaska, they stop right there in Alaska, and Delaware. What? What's up with Delaware that don't have bobcats? It's just like a little teeny state, and they have them in New Jersey, and they have them in Maryland, everywhere else, but Delaware. But see, I don't tell many people this. I was born in Delaware, but I only stayed 10 months, so that's why I talk like I do. So maybe, I don't know. So they look somewhat different because we have 12 subspecies of bobcats. So they look a little bit different. Like we've got that's the reason that big bobcat that I first showed, Clyde, he's from the west. He's bigger and he's kind of red. Kirby, our current bobcat, is reddish. He's big because he's from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, and he matches the soil. Our bobcats mostly are gray, brown, black, spotted, so they're a little bit darker because our woods are a little bit darker. Ours is, if you see a bobcat around in here, northeast Tennessee, North Carolina, right around in here in our beautiful 250-mile circle, ours is Lynx rufus rufus. So ours is got 3 names because it's a subspecies. A species is 2 names. And then if a subspecies, another same species but a different location, like wolves do. So the bobcat in Florida will probably be smaller. The bobcat in the north and the west would be probably larger and different colors. So they have them all the way down in central Mexico, just about the central Mexico all the way down to the peninsula. Okay. Ain't pretty. All bobcats look so different in their face because his face is kind of, his eyes are kind of close together. Other bobcats are not, so they look like, humans are all humans, but they're all different faces. So this is, I think it's Clyde. Is it Clyde or Kirby? No, it's not Kirby. It's Clyde or Bo. They look so much alike, and then if they've not been at the park 4, 5, 6 years, it's kind of like, I forget what they look like. So go ahead, Gail. Oh. Bobcats are part of the cat or Felidae family. They are related to all house cats, lions, tigers, jaguars, and other cats. The closest relatives are the lynx. The lynx is a little bit bigger than our bobcat, and they have different fur, different feet, but they look kind of the same, like a big burly bobcat, because they live in the north and they have more fur and bigger feet, bigger ears, and bigger tufts. But they're kind of, they probably could mate if so happened, you know, because they're the same species. In fact, bobcats are actually a species of lynx, so they can mate and produce offspring, but usually they don't, because nature controls nature. That's why animals live in different areas. Like the copperhead can mate with a cottonmouth, but they usually don't, because they're in different geographical locations. But in the science community and in their gather, they can produce offspring. And once was thought the babies couldn't produce offspring. Yeah, they can. Males average about 22 pounds. Kirby averages about 35, 40 pounds, because he's a Texas bobcat and he don't run around anymore. He's got balance issues. He had toxoplasmosis when he was a baby, so he could not be released. The girl's 16 pounds. So if you see a big cat, some cats weigh 22 pounds. I've seen some cats that weigh 25 pounds. So a lot of people send me pictures all the time. Look, it's a bobcat. So, well, look at the tail. The tail is a first telltale thing, because the tail's that long on a cat and this long on a bobcat, because it's bob. It's short. And this is the difference. They look kind of alike. They look kind of different. See the back end of the arch back? And they got longer legs, and they got a kind of like a Pyrenees has the higher hips, and bobcats have shorter legs and they're even on their back. They got tufts, both of them. They got mutton chops too. Bobcats have got longer tails than lynx, but their feet are like snowshoes. They have fur and all kinds of hair on their feet, because it looks like snowshoes. They can walk on top of the snow. Our bobcats don't need that, because they can get more fur on their feet as the time goes by, you know, as seasons come home. Because our bobcats right now and our fox and our wolves are all furry, all big old coats and stuff like that. So lynx is Lynx canadensis, that's our, and then lynx rufus. But we have lynx rufus. Rufus means red. Anybody know that? Rufus means red, like if you're telling about a color, because he's kind of the first one they saw was red. I don't know. Bobcats are sometimes called wildcats by us southern people. I've heard them called bobcats all of my life. They're roughly twice as big as a regular house cat, but who's got a big old fat bobcat, big cat like a Manx? They're big. I mean, they're like 25 pounds. So that, you know, could beat up a bobcat, you know. They have long... Yeah, she has 2 bobcat cats, and they're probably 20 pounds. Pretty big. They're larger than regular house cats, so they're bobtails, and then Manx is a little bit bigger. So they're about the same size. But look at the tail. But hers don't have a tail. Well, hers has a little stubby tail. Some of them have a little bit. Some of them have no tail at all. They have long legs, large paws, tufted ears, similar to those larger relatives, Canada lynx. Most bobcats are brownish around here, and wide underbelly, and it's speckled on the outsides. I'm gonna, I guess I'll get that. The cat is named for its tail because it appears to be walking. Now I don't go out killing animals. Some kids, did you kill that? No, I don't kill animals. I save animals. So this is a bobcat gut. I can pass it around. And it's very, very soft. That's why people, there's a season for bobcats. Bobcats is not really, I don't know if anybody can eat them, but their tail is used for a lot of things. You know, think about 400 years ago. We just didn't have cotton mills and places that you could make clothes. We used animal tails. So this is a bobcat. This is a normal size bobcat. I have no idea where its tail goes to. I use it all the time. So this is a normal size bobcat. See the fur? It's speckled belly and it's a white belly. So there's all kinds of reasons for that. So I can start it around and everybody can, get it. That's about the normal size of a bobcat. Where's my skull? Okay. This is probably a boy bobcat skull because it's kind of big. But you would not want this thing to bite you. I mean, you know, cats are notorious for carrying a lot of stuff in their mouth. Really not nice. So I've not been bit by a bobcat. I've been bit by everything else just about, but not a bobcat, thank goodness. Bobcats have big eyes because they're nocturnal. They have to have all that vision and to the moon supplies to the earth so they can see, so they have big pupils. And they have pretty good noses. They're carnivores. They have back teeth like that of a dog, wolf, any kind of carnivore because they're all sharp. They don't have teeth like a bear or like us. They don't have motors. They're called carnassials. So they're chomp, chomp, chomp. They can just shred up their stuff, and then their stomach acids do a lot of the job. So if you are out, and I like to go out and hunt skulls and dead things on the side of the road. That's how I get my skulls for free. But it's nasty, but it's free. Now we're doing it right now with what are we doing now with a pig and